All right, Coach, thank you. There's a look at New Era Field here in Orchard Park, New York. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Indianapolis Colts and the Buffalo Bills.
Let's go, let's go! Check, 59, 59. Quit talking to him, okay?
This is Alvin Kamara, who made the Pro Bowl in each of his first 2 NFL seasons. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. On 2nd down, here's Murray. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Danny Trevathan there to bring him down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down, Kamara looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. The tackle made that time by Bryce Callahan. He had a minimal gain on 1st down. Now they stop him for no gain. What do you think, going in a different direction on 3rd down?
Could very well be. I'll guarantee he's asking for the ball 3rd time to try and make up for the first 2. But his QB might very well say, well, my man, maybe next series. Let's try someone else on this play.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I don't see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
And the punt team on now as this one sent away. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it. Somehow ball finds his way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the 1st half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take. He rifles one that's intercepted. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks it. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual-type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Murray. He's going to let this go end zone for... And he's got his man. It's Hilton for the Colts touchdown. T.Y. Hilton, 38 yards. And the Colts are going to take a first-quarter lead. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. In on the stop, DeMonte Casey. The free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense. What we hear so often, how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. They begin on the ground with Kamara, and he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 22, Murray. Over the middle here, it's Hilton. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
44-yard gain on the play. And the Colts first down.
Throwing on 1st down is Murray. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
Murray has the 1st down and more. And finally, down at the 36-yard line. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it, but it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He was trying to get it to his running back, Alvin Kamara, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Flushed out right. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. From 13 yards out. And the Colts add on to their lead. And they use that height on the outside to get the score.
We've seen the evolution of the wide receivers. They've gotten taller and taller, but they've retained their quickness and their speed. It's a lethal combination.
Always good to have wide receivers with height. Now Tucker to add the PAT. And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect, and this remains a 13-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10.
Kill.
Pilot, 64, weak.
The mic. 53, check 53.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Here's Trubisky to throw. Over the middle, it's Thomas. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down. They go play action. Trubisky into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. He was trying to hit Thomas that time. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game. And
looking for Kelsey there, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Danny Trevathan, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. It had been a near-perfect beginning to this football game. Already a double-digit lead first quarter, but their first misstep.
And you know how it is, partner. Sometimes when everything's going right, you start to feel like you can do just about anything you want on the field. This one didn't work out. If I were him, I'd go to my defensive captain and say, pick me up, my man. Help me out.
From the 27, Trubisky. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by DeMonte Casey. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half. And you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
But they'll start the drive here with an end around. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Oh, now Murray has it stripped. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And he'll get this back down to about the 12-yard line.
You know, if this is the regular season, partner, we'd be talking about just how costly a mistake that was, but probably good for him to get it out of his system right now.
Just hope for him and the team it's not a sign of things to come.
Yeah, without a doubt. Plus, you got to worry about making the team. Those types of errors don't help you.
They'll run. This is Hunt. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown run. And the Bills have cut it to within a score. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go, baby.
At their own 25-yard line.
Right, 59. Right. Mike is 59. Mike is 59.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
I call that play a success. Nice inside run. Sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
At the 29-yard line.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And that is incomplete. He was trying to find Deshaun Jackson that time. But now it's 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There was nothing available there for him.
Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10.
Protein spill. 15 line. 15 line. 5.
They start the drive with Peterson. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Now it's the backup Tannehill. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Instead, they go empty backfield as they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now, I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. It's a 44-yard punt, just 3 on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts now, their offense works their way back onto the field. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the 1st half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Murray again, 2nd and 10. And he comes back with one complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible. Hope he's got man-to-man coverage. And hope that his...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Morgan Burnett. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. That's complete left side to Shepard. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
On 2nd and 11 now. Tannehill. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Now on second and 13. Murray is going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
The Colts on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is going to be third and 13. Now Jones, operating from the gun. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Deshaun Jackson. 67 yards. And the Colts are able to grow their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice session, 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Uh-oh, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12. Out of the gun, Tannehill. He finds Hearns left side. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Give them 32 on the play. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well. They'll get a few stops.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it second and 9. Only 2 there on the dump off. It's third down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Back to throw, Tannehill. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. The Bills' passing game getting them down the field. They've got another first down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Throwing again on second and 10. Tannehill, incomplete. He was looking to get it to Allen Hearns that time, and it'll bring up third down. So back-to-back incompletions. Third down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
He's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. The Colts D sticking to their assignments, and that brings up fourth. And his kick is good. Not by much. It was leaking oil in the end, but he tucks it in the bottom right corner. And that cuts into the deficit. It's now 20-10. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. They're starting to pull away with this one. Early on that first quarter, they didn't look so great offensively. What has changed?
Sometimes it's just a matter of doing what you plan to do better. Sometimes you just put that all together and you execute. Other times it's just in a simple adjustment in your game plan, finding a spot that maybe was a little weaker than maybe you thought, and going to that. So many different things, so many different ways, but right now, you got to like what they're doing. They have put distance between themselves and their opponent.
Looking to add on here in the second quarter. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. The throw over the middle taken in. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Calvin Ridley more than justified his first-round selection in 2018. 64 catches as a rookie and found the end zone 10 times. Did a nice job getting open right there and picking up a first down.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Terrence Mitchell right there on the coverage. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
He's not going to get me.
Play fake. Murray. And he whips that one incomplete there.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did completions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
The Colts on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. Murray to air it out again. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
I'm going to come back to you.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray going for it all. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Wow, that play got shut down in a hurry.
As soon as the snap came, you could see defensively they were just closing in. That was going nowhere.
Yeah, you count on your offensive line to give you a little bit of space, a little bit of time so you can make a move. There was none there for him.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 11. Murray going to throw. Looking for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Rob Parker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver, and then
The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Neville Hewitt coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. Able to pick up a healthy chunk of yards, 7-yard gain, but a tough 3rd and 9 upcoming. So we have reached boy, rough crowd. No football for 6 months already. We're skipping halftime. All right, let's get right back to the action. We're set for quarter 3. Probably not likely to see many starters in the second half as we get back at it underway in this preseason opener.
Let's go!
Here we go. 15 line. 15 line.
He's checking.
Topper. Let's go.
Now a first down throw, Tannehill. Hearns brings it in. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Tannehill. Finds his man. Watson over the middle. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And an alley to run. 20. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 36 yards on the play.
This has been a good drive so far. It's been a running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said.
Looking for Hearns, and it's intercepted. And I do believe this is going to line up a safety. It is. It's a safety. How about that for a wacky play? Wow, what a disaster. You talk about a guy making a good play on the interception and then just trying to be too cute on the return.
It almost felt like his own gyroscope really got out of whack, didn't it? Going backwards into your own end zone after such a great play. Totally disoriented and gave up 2 points for his team.
And remember, following the safety, you give the football up as well, and they free kick it from the 20 now. Oh, he takes it in, doesn't let it bounce. He takes it at the 2.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Here we go. 90 Wolf. Protein.
Hey, turn it up.
They try to fire up the run game with Adrian Peterson. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
On second down, it's Peterson. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it, pick up first downs.
2nd and 10, Tannehill once more. It's complete to Jeremy Curley. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. Tannehill now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
55, Mike 55. Here we go.
Back to the ground, Peterson. AP still got it. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
That run is what defenses don't like about dealing with Adrian Peterson. His ability to drop his shoulder and run through contact.
And he's amazing at keeping those strong legs going, isn't he?
For him, no run is ever truly over. I mean, he's actually not even convinced that when they blow the whistle, he's actually down. That's how he finishes runs in a big way.
And down inside the 15 he goes. 15 yards last play and 15 yards here this go-around. Tannehill now just 8 of 16 thus far, 50%, but it's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Tannehill. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. A 14-yard touchdown. And his guys now just a 2-point conversion away from tying us up. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
And this is no good. It's a missed extra point. Boy, in a tight game, how important might that turn out to be here as the second half rolls along?
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times.
Now a hit and a loose football. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
When you kick off and you go downfield and get the ball back, that's what I call a great opportunity.
In a one-score game, I always circle, and you know this, but in my play-by-play sheet, I circle big plays. It could be turning points. This could be a turning point.
Did you put a second circle around this one? This
I put a star. I put a star. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
From the 29, Tannehill. That's going to be caught. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. 27 yards there, a 1st down. Kelly to try to punch it in. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to...
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Bills have taken the lead. On that sideline, they're saying that was more like it. The 1st down run went backwards, that time into the end zone.
And I like their little bit of courage in play calling, too. Because after an unsuccessful run, especially one where you lose yardage, you oftentimes go right to throwing the football. They came right back with a running play, and it paid off handsomely.
This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Here we go. 10, 6,
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. It was Quincy Wilson that time, was able to make the play defensively. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. A 2nd down run with Lewis. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had the incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
The Colts on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
I would dare say that these guys would have liked to have given their defense a little bit more rest since they gave up a touchdown their last time out. But alas, my man, that's not going to happen.
Yep, they're going to have to grab those helmets, get right back out there. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket.
The Bills take over first and 10 at their own 8-yard line.
Ready, ready.
Tighten up, tighten up. Pull it together. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill.
Snap.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard. That'll bring up second down.
Pilot, 64, weak, on the ball.
At the 6-yard line.
Head up.
A shotgun snap for Tannehill. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. But he's got it to Hearns. And they work this out past the 25. That'll put him at 77 yards receiving for the ball game. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Back now in Buffalo. It's the Bills with a lead and the football here to begin the fourth quarter.
6-6, pull it high.
Here we go, here we go.
First down, here's a run with Peterson. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29.
That's it, baby.
Come on, set.
Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Watch the safety creep.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Sam Acho gets him for a loss of 5. He is so tough to handle on the blitz, and that's Exhibit A. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15.
Go, go.
Let's go, D, let's go.
Tannehill now to throw. He's got this to his running back, Rob Kelly. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Throwing on third down, Tannehill. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today.
Now Jones. Throw left side complete. That's Gibson. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. The Colts on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. Here it's 3rd and 3. Throwing Jones. Finds his target, Montgomery. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down. On first down, Jones. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 23 yards on the play.
It's a gain of 23 yards. First down, Indianapolis.
Check. So we got man. Anyway. Check. Hey, watch this.
Now Lewis here on first down. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
They'll try to run for it. Lewis. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. A 5-yard loss there is going to bring up fourth down. And yet again, this run game just continues to be completely shut off.
Completely stymied. I mean, they're trying to get some consistency, trying to find places to roam. They just haven't been there throughout this game.
On fourth down, Jones. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Sam Hubbard making his presence felt in the backfield. So the failure to convert no doubt really hurts, but this one's not over. A good chunk of time on the clock and the timeouts.
Yeah, not only do they have the timeouts, as you just noted, they're going to get an extra one with the 2-minute warning. And that's going to help in big ways. So in a sense, they have 4 timeouts in their pocket. The big thing, stopping them on defense now. They can't let them get a first down and make them use their timeouts and get a fresh set of downs. They've got to stop them right here. And if so, they've still got an opportunity.
218, chop.
On second down, here's Tannehill. Blitz coming, and down he goes. And his defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
He's coming.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill. And able to find Curley. And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
We better than that.
So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On second down, Peterson. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. Third down, it's Adrian Peterson. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for Buffalo. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Let's go now. Sexy outlaw. Walking. Get that quarterback. Head on. Jump. Drop.
He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
He's going to let it fly. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And a crusher there as it's intercepted. LaShawn Sims with the INT. So good field position for the Bills as they come up 1st and 10. Tannehill to a knee, and that ought to be the final act of this ball game. So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills. And I tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance as good as this one. They seemingly forced turnover after turnover after turnover every time you turned around.
Yeah, you can just keep going with it, can't you? After turnover, after turnover. As this game unfolded, they were doing all the dictating, right? They told the offense exactly how it was going to go down today. So you saw them deflate with every series, didn't you? Every time they ran onto the field, it was slower and slower to get to the football because they just felt like if we go out there, we're just going to turn it over anyway. So it was really, really a stellar performance.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from Buffalo.